This morning we're taking off from Pitt Meadows en route to Red Deer, Alberta. Our total time in the air is going to be just over 4 hours at an altitude of about 9,500 feet. We're traveling in a Cessna 172 and our pilot today is Fred Carey, a member of CASARA. Fred's got a lot of experience flying through the mountains and we thought it would be a good time to talk about what it takes.
Beautiful country. I have to admit that British Columbia is probably one of the best provinces to have a pilot's license.
You speak of this area as if you're very comfortable with it as well. You've flown it many, many times, and that's the biggest thing, isn't it? It's adding familiarity to each zone one little bit at a time.
Absolutely.
So your mountain flying experience extends for how many years?
Well, I've been flying search and rescue for 10 years now, so the majority of the flying that I do is in the mountains. I probably do more mountain flying than most of the people I know because that's where we do most of our work.
Right. But for those that are new and thinking about it, it really is just take a dabble, a little bit at a time.
Yep, take
just a chunk at a time.
Stay inside your comfort level, expand your knowledge and experience.
And then your comfort level expands, doesn't
exactly. it? You'll know what your window of safety is and stay within it and set your own rules and always stick to them.
The path is going to take us right over the Rocky Mountains. For a lot of new pilots, that's a very daunting idea, to put yourself in harm's way right over those pointy bits. If you ever get a chance to fly with somebody who's got a lot of mountain experience, take it, because that's the only way to build your own skill, is to get out there and do it.
Uniform India Kilo, Roger. All the traffic ahead of you is on the ground.
Planes are landing left and right, converging on the Red Deer Airport. What's this CASARA all about? Well, it's the Civil Aviation Search and Rescue Association. It's a group of volunteers who will come out looking for you if you go missing in the Canadian wilderness. If you want to be a part of this group, you have to train. If you're already a part of this group, you have to retrain and keep your skills current. How do you do that? By having an exercise, and that's what we're at, SAREX, or Search and Rescue Exercise. It pits search and rescue teams against each other to find hidden targets and simulate a real search area. The teams are made up of pilot, navigator, and 2 spotters, many of whom have just met this morning. In your normal zones, do you usually fly as the same team, or is this typical where you'll pick up different people in each zone?
In our own zone, it's always mix and match, but it's people you're flown with. None of us have flown together as a group.
We don't have fixed teams like that. We're all interchangeable. You know, we should all be able to do the job. That's what we aim for.
How are you going to do today?
We're going to do very well.
You're going to do very well. You guys confident? You ready to get out there and see some stuff? How are you guys going to do?
We are going to go there and come back.
You're going to go there and come back. You know, I think you need to be a little less specific because that's just hitting me too hard.
Rocky Mountain House for lunch.
Going to Rocky Mountain House for lunch.
We're going right there.
Are you going to see lots of targets today?
All of them.
All of them, no question. Are you going to kick some butt?
Oh yeah.
You going to find everything?
We're the best spotters in Canada with our
You guys ready and excited? And
That's all we got to say. We're going to do.
just thumbs up, perfect.
Yeah, everything's perfect.
So we got a pilot,
Yep. Navigator.
navigator, and a spotter.
But we're flying Capcom.
Capcom.
Oh, okay, so you guys are the communications
This is
platform.
one of the 2 communications aircraft. In the
Okay, we haven't talked about that. Tell me briefly what CAP is all about, the communications platform.
Well, communication platform, you need an aircraft in the air because we fly our patterns so low that you can't maintain radio contact between a low-flying aircraft and a base, our headquarters here. What we commonly do is put an aircraft in the air at altitude. We'll be at 7,500 feet. We're talking to the airplanes in the search, and it's easy for us to communicate with them, and we pass on information from the aircraft in the search to headquarters and vice versa.
Bob Jablonski has been a pilot for 35 years. He started with CASARA as a spotter and has since moved up the ranks to become the provincial vice president of CASARA Alberta chapter.
If I'm hanging upside down in a tree somewhere, I like to know that somebody's going to be airborne within an hour looking for me because it takes 3.5 hours for the military to get here from Winnipeg. And if they're on another task somewhere else, it may be a longer time. So CASARA is first called, usually first on scene, hopefully, and that's what we train for.
When it's a full-scale actual search and the military is involved, give me an idea what the mesh is like between the two groups of aircraft. Is it a smooth thing? Is there challenges?
It actually goes quite smooth because we're actually certified military crews. They task us in the areas where we can be used effectively and efficiently because of our fuel and our weight capacity. And like I said, they understand that we're a great resource, and the camaraderie between the military and CASARA has always been great.
So you're sitting the right front seat in the aircraft and you're the navigator.
I'm the navigator, yes. And it really is methodical, time-consuming, immensely time-consuming, and thorough. And we don't only go over one area once. If we've done the primary search area, secondary search area, and nothing's been found, we'll do it again, and usually at a lower altitude, and have another look, and different set of eyes, different time of day. All these factors play into maybe having a different view of it all. And boy, some of the territory is incredible. It really is a needle in a haystack. And I often think sometimes if I were out there lost, is anyone going to come looking for me? And it's nice to think that maybe someone on the ground is thinking exactly that, and people who know what they're doing are actually looking for that person. I think it's a comforting feeling for everyone.
Well, I can tell you quite honestly that I'm really hoping to make as many friends as I possibly can this weekend, just in case I ever need. I want to know that there's some really positive, energized people up there looking for me. So yeah, that's really what I'm here about.
Well, yeah. Good point.
Tell me what a spotter does.
We look out the window and we're looking for any signs of survivors or a crash site. We have a pattern that we have to search.
Fairly undetermined.
You understand what's at stake when you're up there, and it's really just about what you can see out that airplane, and so you're giving it your all.
All the effort you put into it, all the training, all the recurrency, using up vacation time to do things like this.
Yes.
Is
It's
it worth
worth
it?
it. Absolutely worth it. It's the people, it's the learning experience, it's just the getting out there, seeing things, appreciation of what it takes to find somebody. It's fantastic.
All the action doesn't happen in the plane, though. A legion of volunteers work on the ground to keep this operation running smoothly and safely.
I'm the person who makes the final decision on where the search aircraft go. I'm the person who takes the reports and makes sense of what they come back with and then retasks. I'm the person that the Rescue Control Center calls. In an exercise, of course, it's all just drama, but in a real case, they would call with updates of information and potentially having to change search areas, move airplanes around, and change parameters of the search. And that's all my responsibility.
Foxtrot Yankee Force, maybe they're in radio range, over.
Negative. Delta. 5 Alpha.
Revision on the alpha to negative.
As you can well imagine, security is a huge concern. When you got a bunch of people competing, you can't let the information get out as far as where the targets are. It's not like they leave a folder lying around that says SAR targets on it that you could just leaf through and find out where they're at with a map. It doesn't happen.
No fair! No fair!
DVD copies of the Wings Over Canada series are available, singly or in box sets at wingsovercanada.ca or at 1-866-909-4647.